Okay, so here we are on day 9. I am now talking to General Block. So he says, I am glad that you have waited us, Bachelor Dankovsky. How have you got to Abattoir? I was looking for you. Is that so? Ex-Commandant Sabarov has told me we're looking for you this night makes sense. I wanted to ask your advice. What did you manage to find out about epidemic? Whether it is possible to stop it, and what the army can make for this purpose. I never expected such frankness from you. I do not want to be the haughty idiot who wants to listen to nobody only because he has a gun like that standing now near the station on the reserveways. You are a specialist. I want to hear as you characterize a current state of affairs. Here there are specialists better than myself. I doubt it. Do not overestimate my value. I see you as a person who is able to battle, the one who thinks before an attack, the one who is responsible for his strikes, the one who has chosen a worthy enemy and is capable to break him. We are two warriors, and we happen to finish with the evil which may spread from here all over the country. Consider me as your friend. Okay.
Whose will has directed us to this plague hole? We are needed at the front now.
Tell me, Alexander, what are your intentions concerning Polyhedron? That terrible structure on the other side of the river? Yes. And how it keeps? I'm just trying to find it out. And what's there inside? About 1,000 children. They are hiding there from infection. Who is looking after these children? They perfectly cope themselves. Well, if they perfectly cope, we shall make few efforts. They don't go out from there? No, and let nobody inside. Why have you started talking about it? I wanted to ask you about 2 things. First, do not disturb them with your attention. Leave it to me. And secondly, if they make some stupid thing, for example, I don't know, if you hear suspicious noise from there, or they will send truce envoys, whatever, come to me first. I shall stay here up till the end. Fine, I give my word for that. Thanks. Okay, so Daniel is just asking, on behalf of the children, if, and here it says day 9, on which the town is being occupied, and kids ask the Bachelor for help for the first time. Just that
my hands bend badly.
It was necessary. Just that Daniel didn't want him like doing something like mean if the children like sent him letters like they do, because Daniel was like, you know, he like would let them do that with him, but he just didn't want General Block to treat them poorly. I just picked up a gold ring. Yeah, I guess we still have 3 playable days today. I might want to go down here really quick and check out. I get stuck. Check out what the food is looking like. I think prices go up with the introduction of General Block into the town, but I have a lot of money. Yeah, 3,200. That's I think as much as that has ever cost for us. I mean, that's not like a big deal. Oh, and of course the white vaccine went up in price as well. So I'm not a user of these, so I'm actually gonna sell it. If that breaks anybody else's heart, I'm really sorry. It would break my heart to see you eat walnuts or peanuts or something. So I'm gonna sell that in exchange for fish. So I'm sorry if that just hurt anybody's soul for me to sell that. But I might invest in army fatigues if they're selling them today. Which I think they start selling them today. Just because I've I've never bought them before. They're really expensive. But they're supposed to be really good, so you know, usually I end the game with like a whole big pot of money, and that just doesn't need to happen, so I hope that angel cloud got off my butt. I didn't hear it dissipate, but I haven't gotten caught in it yet, so I imagine that it has. Yeah, I don't see it, so I'm on task. I'm making my way over to the Inquisitors, so don't think I'm running around randomly. I just didn't state where I was headed yet. So Inquisitor, and we're gonna talk to Victor as well. He's got something for us. This is the first time I've seen one of these blonde boys in a long time, so I couldn't help myself from speaking with him. Oh, yes! This is the first day that they actually start to, whoa, kill rats in front of you, so thank you, Suit Man. Like, there's another dead rat over there. That's just, like, awesome that they're doing that. Alright, so we're gonna come talk to Inky first.
Have you met a courier on your way?
No, I have not. I have disturbing news. Barack has disappeared. What do you mean, has disappeared? He went to apiary under my assignment, and has not returned till now. The matter is that I assigned a special hopes to his campaign. He should not only bring to me the evidence of the internal schedule of this, if one may say so, abattoir, but also one more thing. I understand. It's not the matter of panacea only. Barack is a much more serious person than many think, and probably even himself. Could you find out something about him? I do not doubt that he is a man of word, but unpredictable dangers in connection with his invention could overtake him, you see? If I have a chance, I shall find out. So she just asks you to go find Barack, and I don't know if explicitly she really intended to tell you to acquire for her a panacea, but that's kind of what I felt like she was getting at. I don't remember if you get one for her or not, though. We'll see.
If only they have not touched Polyhedron, they will not lay their hands on children. And Nina is silent.
Here you are, Bachelor Dankovsky. I, if you please, didn't want those silly sentiments, but it just happens so that we, Canes, are about to get ready to sleep, and it will just happen so that only Maria will arise from this sleep. If you leave us, we will most probably perish. What does it mean? You want to die? We are back again to the start point. We settle the question of death otherwise. The disappearance of the former personality and appearance of an absolutely different personality against it. What is it, death or not? Insanity. Isn't it a form of death? The loss of memory? Isn't it a true death? It's all philosophy, indeed. This can't be the reason you called for me. Yes, if you please. I have no other means left to influence my son. Now that the city is occupied by the soldiers, he will turn the Polyhedron to a besieged fortress. He will provoke the rage of the military. I am afraid that his unwise actions will result in destruction of the tower. How could this be prevented? There's a secret about the Polyhedron. Nobody knows if it appeared as a result of random coincidence, of facts, or in accordance with genial plan. But it works. I don't know if it will open to you. I would like to get in and make sure that my words are true yourself. That's what I would like as well. And if you succeed to gain the confidence of little Casper, will you do the final farewell favor to our family? Reconcile me with my son. Convince him to listen to me. And what do you want him to do? Let the children set the Polyhedron free when the time comes, and it will come just in 2 days. Otherwise Maria, my daughter, might die, and me and George will die in vain. So you are getting ready to die? Do you believe in opportunity to manipulate reincarnation? Yes, I believe you. I will do it you ask me to. I wish there was a I don't believe you, but I'll do it anyway option. Because that's kind of how I feel about that. I think I'm gonna save because I always like to save before I venture to the top of the polyhedron, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's where I'm headed. It's just a long trek, and you never want to make it just for fun. So maybe in the beginning of the game, before like whoa, it is the kind of game where you would want to like familiarize yourself with the map. So on the first day, it is kind of fun to just run around and just kind of get your bearings, kind of figure out what things look like. I mean, I'm usually like a huge lover of maps, and most survival horror games have excellent maps, and I just adore the map in this town. I love the attention to detail, and it's just structures like this. It's just like, it's always a treat to go up. It's just daunting, and because of the time constraints in the game, it does kind of, you know, wear at you if you have to go up and down several times in a day. Okay, so here are the dog heads. Nobody will enter into the fortress, the Order of Khan. You carry sand filth on your snakeskin raincoat. I'm a doctor, there's no danger in my raincoat. Oh, that was the wrong thing to say. I brought you important news. Tell us, we shall tell further. Tell, okay, I guess I'll just say, tell him that the person who needed to get to a gate hole was here. Oh, that got us in.
The worst is still ahead.
Bachelor Dankovsky, you wanted to see the polyhedron? Yes, I wanted to. I'm ready to discuss this now. I'm ready to listen to you. We need weapon. Artillery, as I should think? Your irony is wrongful. I need a couple of army carbines, with ammunition, of course. I've heard they are long range and very precise. May I wonder why? You are going to deter the pressure of soldiers under the command of Alexander Bloch with a couple of carbines? Of course not. I have a head on my shoulders. I'm not going to fight a man who took Shakara, is how I'm going to pronounce that, by storm and lost 19 soldiers. Exactly, and the enemy has lost 14,000 as far as I remember. If Bloch becomes aware that there are over 1,000 of us here, he will think 10 times if it's worth to storm if he thinks that we have weapons. A couple of shots will convince him. What do you think? You've plotted bluff? Yes, if you get us those carbines, we will not only let you in the polyhedron, but will also show you the treasure that the Destiny brought to all of us here. Tempting. Well, I got what you want. Wait for me to bring news. Alright, I think it's this one is to get out. Nope, I picked the wrong one. Alright, this one. I did get the quest, right? Yeah, so we have to get 5 rifles, or carbines, same thing, and bring them back. So, I think I have... It's basically 3 quests today, but one of them is broken up into 3 parts, so it's technically 5 quests for the day. I will be doing all 5 of them. It's not like I'm gonna miss a part, but you don't have to do every part of the 3rd quest. That's broken into 3 parts. 3 parks! I don't know if it was supposed to be parks or parts. 3 parks is a phrase that we have in this language, so that would make sense, but so does 3 parts. So